part of the course, it really kind of fades into the background. You want to just program this into your life so you don't have to think about it. A lot of people can get pretty neurotic about how they eat, how they look, how they work out. But this is really just to aid you along your way. It's not the ultimate goal, if you will. But if you do want to apply these principles simply to get in better shape and not really to collaborate with others, that's perfectly fine, and it can be utilized as such. So we got the physical, we got the mental, and the emotional, and they all kind of play into one another. Another way that you could look at it is a CBT model, where we have our thoughts, which feed into emotions, and then our actions. So we have catalysts or certain events within the world that might trigger us, and then we formulate thoughts, and then this will feed into our emotions and then our actions. And all of these together really form our behavior. So it's important for us to keep track of our thoughts, taking absolute complete responsibility for all of those thoughts, for all of those emotions, and all of those actions, and instilling within you and programming within your mind better thoughts. So instead of just constantly being triggered, and it puts you in this bad mood, and then this bad mood can spill over into other social situations, whether it be a coworker or lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is said to equal the effects of being intoxicated within the mind. Alcohol, 10% of it is metabolized directly in your mind. So imagine yourself not having that much rest, not having that much sleep. Some people don't value that. They're actually fairly proud that they can only go on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. There is evidence to suggest that really anybody that's going under the 6-hour threshold is negatively impacting their health to a large extent. The physical, the mental, the emotional, they all kind of feed into one another and impact your social behavior. Depending on your certain state outside of social circles, you might feel very uncomfortable in all of that. Your confidence is way down. This isn't necessarily a course on, bolstering more confidence within you. I think that is just an ultimate result of applying these principles in a humble, peaceful way. One thing that's not really touched upon is being humble, which is more or less just a personal belief of mine, the so-called spiritual circle of health, which really just revolves around purpose. I believe in a higher power, personal power, that you could develop a relationship. But this spiritual circle, right? Not a whole lot of people understand that or accept that, and that's great. I actually do really enjoy other people's point of view, whether or not it lines up with mine or not. Whether you're atheist, agnostic, whatever your spiritual stance is, I think we could all agree on one aspect of this conversation, which revolves around purpose, teleos. Is it really all just chaos and random circumstances? And if that's the case, then why am I standing in front of these cameras saying these words if I believe that it was just all random chaos? Because therefore, whatever I'm saying to you is just random chaos and absolutely meaningless altogether. And is that really the case? I think if you could understand what I'm saying and follow along, and then whatever insights that I'm offering and whatever solutions that I might be presenting is helpful to you, I think that has meaning in itself. Just in my own experience, people, they get a greater rush out of things, more fulfillment out of their actions if there's a purpose. If there's a purpose greater than yourself. The whole spiritual circle and the societal circle really, to me, go hand in hand in a way, and it is your lens on how you see things, the spiritual lens, if you will, that gives things meaning that is greater than just what is pragmatic. Like, this works, this makes me feel good, and that's all that is. I'm just a meat sack, I need to feel good, and that's the only reason why I exist. Which is very nihilistic. Couldn't lead to further maladies if there's no purpose, if there's no meaning, there's no direction. This could negatively impact your behavior.